Tonight's episode of the 31st Lap Podcast is brought to you by Demico, Chrysler, Dodge Jeep, and Ram, serving the Finger Lakes since 1963. And DirtTrackDigest.com. If it's on dirt, it's on Dirt Track Digest.
This is the 31st Lap Podcast, recorded live in the studios of FingerLakes1.com in downtown Seneca Falls, New York. And now, your host, Chris Marquardt.
Good afternoon, good evening, good day. Welcome to episode number 102, I think, already, if you can believe that.
No, let's just worry about
sure?
like 150, maybe 200.
150, so we're not going to count. Okay.
Yeah, just stop counting.
Big news day for John's World. Welcome to the 31st lap, John. John over there lamenting the signing of Reed Sorensen and awaiting the big news. The big news. The big news is JJ Yaley. Looks like he's going to be making an announcement fairly soon about what he might be driving next year.
Well, now that you're going to bring it up, I guess
you got fired.
You should probably explain it, right?
Well, you got fired.
I believe he was
a couple of years.
Kibosh.
JJ Yaley's driven for Tommy Baldwin, the 36 car, and the Tommy Baldwin Racing announced this week that JJ was being replaced by Reed Sorensen. I'm pretty sure that Reed brought some money to the table. So that's unfortunately it's a business. What are you going to do?
Yep.
But JJ did tweet that he's got he does have an announcement forthcoming here very soon. He does have a cup ride for this year. So
he started all the races
we'll
last
just
year,
have
right?
To see. The car started every race last year. He started every one but two. The two he was not in the car was the two road courses. They put
Reed Sorensen in the car.
What about they put some goober in the car that crashed on pit road?
Didn't we have him scheduled to appear one night and then something happened with qualifying and his schedule suddenly freed up so he could make it to the show? Or was that 2 years ago?
That was the first time he was on the show. It was 2011, right?
Was it?
Or 2012? God. I mean 2012.
What?
We've
been on the air that long.
Dude. I think this thing started in like 2010, didn't it?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Or was it? Maybe it was last year. I can't remember. Oh, he was in Charlotte. I know that. Remember, it was in Charlotte.
Yeah, I do.
In Charlotte, and it was right after after qualifying was over.
And then
it's funny. Somebody brings this up, which I find kind of ironic. Dirt Mod fan in our chat room brought up the new Dave Blaney sprint car. Did you happen to see that?
I saw a sneak peek of it.
On his website, right? DB Racing. It's got a 98H. It's a Mohawk Northeast.
Yeah, I saw a sneak peek of it like 2-3 weeks ago on Facebook, so I knew it was a Mohawk because it looked just like the modified.
Yeah, exactly.
The sneak peek.
It looks exactly
but I haven't seen
like
the whole
Phelps'
thing
car.
unveiled yet.
I haven't seen the actual
but
car.
You could tell the sneak peek had like a little snippet of it.
Yeah,
you could tell it was looked just. Well,
maybe that's why
JJ
JJ lost his ride because Tommy Baldwin had to spend money on Blaney's sprint car instead.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I got to pay Shepard too.
Yeah, Super Matt.
Added to the stable there. So
yeah, Hanky Baldwin Racing.
Mike is now officially famous. His story appeared on
it's on MattShepard.com. I am officially somebody.
You made it. And then you got all these deadlines that are looming now.
Deadlines?
Yeah, the Sprint Car Fantasy League deadline was tonight, but now it's been extended to tomorrow because tonight's race in Ocala, race number 1 on the Fantasy League schedule, was rained out. So now the Fantasy League schedule the deadline has been pushed back to tomorrow.
And modifieds are the 16th.
Any of you procrastinators out there better get your...
I leave next Saturday for Florida.
The modified league starts on the 19th, so you get to the 19th to get your team.
Okay, 19th. And then Mike is...
So procrastinators get moving.
Mike's going to be there. Mike's leaving for Trenton.
I leave for Trenton in the AM, like literally AM, like 6:45 AM.
We fly out tomorrow, but we're not allowed to talk about it. And
no, because this isn't your stupid Demolition Derby show.
Got a lot of entries in the last couple of days.
I thought you were going to talk about something that was...
Got entries
Never mind, go ahead.
From
no, he's not.
Texas,
No,
Missouri,
I thought he was going to say it was
Indiana,
stupid.
Oklahoma, Arizona. I got entries flying in from all over the damn country.
Presented by who again?
Dirt Dog Gear.
Dirt Dog Gear.
Powered by Dirt Dog Gear.
Powered by.
Yeah.
So apparently they're paying for the internet service at John's house.
Yeah.
No, they're giving us a bunch of merchandise to give away. So
Billy Pauch Jr. going to be on the show. Billy Pauch Sr. going to be following him up. Excited to have both
pouches
on.
Lineup.
Yep. And more news out of the Deo camp. We get into that now? Or you want to hold it for later?
We can do it now. I mean, we got 10 minutes. It just came out this evening. It's been in the works for the last few days. It's official. It is now the NDRL Short Track Super Series powered by VP Racing Fuel. And for For those that don't know about NDRL, I was just reading some of the posts on DirtTrackDigest.com on the forum. There's my shameless plug. I'll get it out early in the show.
What's that sticker? There's something. There's a sticker on the back
Oh, yeah,
of your computer.
that
What's
one?
that? Yeah, that's the
There
one.
it is. Now that's an even far less shameless plug right there. But no, NDRL is what is it? The National Dirt Racing League.
Yeah.
It started. They began with a late model deal,
Right.
and now they're obviously John Kennedy is the guy behind all that. He also
That late model deal is coming to Canandaigua. It's
Yes,
on
it
the
is.
schedule.
That was the big to do here. What, a few weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he also runs, what is it, McKean County, and there's also a UMP style mod. I don't want to say UMP because that's a sanctioning body too, but a UMP style modified deal.
Is that like a B mod?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's
what you
running
wanna call
McKean
it?
County, and then he's got National Dirt
IMCA,
Racing League,
those
Northeast, and yeah, this will be, of course, like the like those kind of modifieds. Yeah, and then now he has the.
I saw a
Dirt
model.
modified
I saw a
series.
model on one of those of one of those style
Was
cars.
she hot?
Alan Kowicki's car from way back. It was pretty cool.
From way back in the day.
Yeah, way back.
Let's see how up to date Deo is. Let's see if he's got the NDRL logo all over his website yet. No, he just added to the
It
Super
was on
Series.
Facebook. I know that.
Yeah, no, he got it on the front page, but it's not the.
He'll get it taken care of. He's a professional.
Yeah, you better get that done.
Yeah.
I'll give him crap.
Now, is that press release appearing on Dirt Track Digest?
Huh? Yes, it is on the front page, story number 1 right now.
That's where it should be.
Yeah, of course.
All of Brett's stuff should be number 1.
I just got it. We had a lot of good stories this week.
What are you
Does
doing?
that show up?
What are you trying
I
to
can
do over
I can
there?
do that
What-
shit too.
He's trying to.
Yeah, it's look at the
It doesn't show up,
look at
though,
the
does
screen
it?
next to you. That's what you're trying to show. There you go.
There it is. He got it. He got it.
Nice. And just as everyone was about to see it, he
someone
took
in
it away.
someone in the chat room has a question. Is that a Ron Bouchard driven 47 Race Hills Farm Buick hat that you're wearing?
No,
There's your answer.
it is a JJ Ailey Chili Bowl hat. Thank you for asking, though.
Oh, that's good. How
That
about,
is a Jimmy Owens long sleeve T-shirt, though,
Yes,
isn't
it
it?
is.
The O
Yeah,
Show.
The O Show, the Newport Nightmare.
I like that one a lot better than No Show.
The O
I like the
Show.
O Show.
I like the O Show.
Yeah, well, you're both idiots.
Yeah, well, you like Demolition Derby, so
what are
what's
you
that
gonna
make you?
It makes me national. Is what
Makes you national something.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
you sit over there and scoff. A minute ago, you were asking me about it, you jerk.
I wasn't asking.
Trying to be nice.
I know you weren't. I know you do not
Oh,
care in the
you're,
least.
you're obviously not
But
talking
I'm
to me
trying-
about
but
it.
you've brought
Bombas
this-
actually, you know what? Bombas
Bombas
try to be
Fane.
nice.
actually likes to have conversations about it. I just don't care.
No, I don't. I just
No,
try
he
to be
doesn't
nice
like-
because
no,
I
wait,
know.
wait a
No,
minute.
look at now
Wait
he's
a minute.
defending
No.
himself that he actually doesn't give
I
a
try
crap.
to be nice because I know he likes that stuff. I try to
No.
be
What
nice.
is it, like your little brother?
I
You
don't-
got to take
I know.
care of him?
Yeah, dude.
No, but I know he really enjoys that stuff.
He lets. He let.
can.
I
That's
ask him.
fine.
I ask him about midgets all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
he
he was
does,
sprints-
and he doesn't care.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's a courtesy thing. You be nice and you ask.
Courtesy.
We've been doing this. We've been doing this over 100 times, and
It's
we are
just,
just.
it's just
we
like
are
every
just.
time you see somebody, how are you today?
I
Most
don't
people
ask
don't
people
give
how
two
they're
craps
doing.
about
I
how
know.
you're doing. You just ask because that's what you do.
We are just now. We're just
don't
now
do
beginning
that.
to realize that if it is not on Mike's radar of interest, it is
don't
not
care.
worth talking about. It does not matter.
Yes.
Hey.
You're finally accurate. You are 100% right.
Hey, by the way, John, congratulations on your success. Yeah, John, go yourself.
I tried that. It's no fun.
Good times.
Yep.
Good times.
Yep. Let the record show that not once has Mike been interested in being happy for the successes of anyone else in the room.
Yeah.
I always worry about John.
Now I really almost dropped the F-bomb.
I
I wasn't even thinking. I almost did it.
told Mike on the way here too. Another little tidbit about the Sprint Car League. I got word today. Shane Stewart sent in his team. He's going to be a celebrity driver.
Oh, that's cool.
Shane
joining Paul
Stewart.
McMahon and Joey Saldana.
Paul
and Billy
Stewart.
Pauch Jr.
Yeah,
Cool.
Pauch Sr. will be our guest here in about 6 minutes.
We're getting Pouch on the line, Junior, right? First.
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
first.
Billy Pauch Jr.
And he's running everything that. he
Yeah,
can get
basically,
his
if it
hand on.
has 4 wheels,
Yeah,
races on dirt, he's running it.
gets that from the old man.
Hey, more power to him.
I love guys that get into anything and everything.
so you must
I love
be
that
So you're a
versatility
Stuart
thing.
Friesen fan.
Yeah, I enjoy guys that do that.
Yeah, I like it too. I
really
find it.
do. I love the versatility out of.
You know, we were talking about this. We talk about this. You know, I am fortunate when I do the indoor stuff. I get to work with Shane Andrews, And
Did you say fortunately?
Fortunate enough.
Fortunately.
I enjoy working with Shane. We have a good time.
I was going to say, don't let that get...
No.
Don't let that be unclear.
No, it was... No, fortunately, I do. It's fun. I wish I had the opportunity to do it more, but we talk about the indoor racing, and I think the one cool thing about indoor racing is you see versatility of different guys, because the guys come from so many different backgrounds.
Styles of racing.
And that's
in one arena.
To me, that's why I like it. Like, you don't get to see pavement guys and dirt guys and guys that race different forms, like whether it be a super modified or a pavement modified or this or that. You don't get to see them race against each other that much until you get to the indoor stuff. I mean, you get like Pauch Jr. He'll be racing there. Billy Pauch Sr. He'll be there. So it's neat to see that. It's entertaining.
Yeah,
I think the pavement guys have an advantage, just because concrete's a lot like pavement. Or it is.
Well, a lot of those guys, they run pavement modifieds or they run supers or something like that, and those little TQs are kind of basically, they're very similar to a super modified in a sense. They're just a smaller version of one, really.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Those TQs are
some of them. Now, mind you, we had Cecily on last week. He swept the weekend in Atlantic City with a micro.
Right.
Which is
unusual
like
because last year he became the first driver to win with a micro.
Right.
Win the main event with a micro sprint.
And we talked about it a little bit last week. Those cars have been progressively getting more competitive with the TQs in the last few years.
Yeah, I think, it just took a little bit longer for guys to figure out what to do to them. I mean, there's still guys that come in with cars that are set up that look like basically a dirt car that are ready to, like, he has streamlined his car. Like, you look at pictures of his, it doesn't look like a 600.
Right.
He's got it down. But it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Like I said, I'm leaving for Trenton in the morning. I don't know. I think Trentland's going to be a lot like Baltimore from what I'm hearing about the track size. Now, you were at Baltimore. Remember how small? That was tight racing.
So, it was good, though.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, it was really good.
I enjoy any indoor show. I love indoor racing, period. Doesn't matter what it is. So.
Yeah, I like indoor racing. I can't.
Because it's neat. It's different. You only get to do it a couple times a year, and it's something special because it's different from what you're used to.
So what? Obviously, your Chili Bowl is number one.
Well, yeah, that's.
I was talking.
You can't even compare the Chili Bowl compared to
you can't.
the TQ indoor stuff.
Right.
It's completely.
I'll tell you this though.
Element.
Atlantic City is pretty cool that they're getting 100 cars that enter.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, they had a really nice field this year.
Yeah,
very nice field.
Looking forward to that this weekend.
No, Lenny's done a good job with that Atlantic City race.
What else was I going to ask you? Oh, I was talking to Bob Marlowe, who's one of the other announcers. He, ATQ MRA. He was a series announcer forever. He does all the lineups during the night. He just can't call the races because, he can't see. And, he's fine with that. And he's got his really thick glasses or whatever.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. So, but he said he's been to 17 different indoor venues. That's 17. That's impressive.
For that style of racing.
For all different stuff.
Like different is he including like places like Tulsa and that, or is he talking like strictly
he said indoor
like
venues?
TQ stuff? Did he even clarify or no? He just said indoor venues.
He named some of the places, and I think he said something about somewhere indoors in Boardwalk Hall. Obviously, he was back there when it in the old school, like when he used to do it before Lenny brought it back.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty cool.
He gets around. He did a lot of stuff. So. Cool. And that's what's fun, Did
he ever go to any indoor venues outside of the U.S. or didn't you?
We didn't get into that much. I always thought those indoor races were wrong. I wish that place. What was it? Maybe 3 years ago. There's a place in Connecticut. They're racing in the wintertime, and they're racing like street stocks and
I
remember that and micro sprints, and they were racing them indoors on dirt. Remember?
Yes, I do remember that.
I don't remember where it was.
I forgot about that. It's been a few years. That was before I even moved to Syracuse.
Yeah, it's been a long. I mean, I lived downstate.
5 years.
Okay, so maybe it was 10 years ago now.
It's been a while.
Downstate.
Jeez, I forgot all about
that. Was that just after the Whalers?
And right after the Whalers moved
to Carolina.
Yeah, but no, that was.
Now, what is that a reference to? Like hockey or something?
Yeah.
So nobody cares about that. Don't talk about hockey.
Yeah, I like hockey.
Right? Nobody cares.
Look, I'm removing.
You know what? That's one thing we can actually relate on. I'd rather talk about hockey.
Yeah.
Although the Devils suck, so really not.
I'd be happy to remove myself from this program if you want. I'll just sit over here and run the
Doing a heck of a job anyways of doing that. At least this week you got the sound working in my headset. That's a plus.
Hey. Listen, I strive to hit a solid 250. You know what I mean? I want to get right 1 out of every 4 shots.
Yeah, hell,
Good grief.
You want to get the kid?
Newport Nightmare.
Which I still think the O Show's better.
The O Show.
I love the O Show. The O Show.
He'll be firing it up here in a
Couple days,
Two
right?
more days. Yeah. East
Sprint
Bay.
cars were ready to roll today and got rained out.
Yeah,
That
stupid
sucks.
rain. Tomorrow.
I got to tell you, that race.
The weather don't look good right through Saturday.
No, it's supposed to rain all weekend, right?
I hope they get him in. I was ready. I was ready today. I want to see some racing. Watching the UMP mods the last couple of days at East Bay on XN, it's been fun because at least it's racing, but it ain't the same.
Right. Got it?
You got him?
Good.
He is locked in.
Yep.
So, Billy Pauch Jr., how we doing tonight, my man?
I'm on top of the world. Could be a little warmer. Other than that, I got no complaints. You guys?
Hey, no complaints from us. We got a little bit of snow, but that's, for us, that's no big
A
deal.
little bit of snow.
But you guys
Jesus
are getting
Christ.
pounded down there for you.
We're getting nice snow. We got about a foot on the ground. I don't see them racing here till mid-March, but that's just my opinion here. We'll see what happens.
Hey.
Outdoors, indoors we obviously can race, but outdoors we're going to, I don't know, I don't see it rolling off too early. I think I got a funny feeling Middletown and New Egypt might be the first weekend, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm wrong.
Yeah, well, we'll see. And I'm hoping you're wrong because I'm going to go through a little lull there after I go to Florida. If I come home and Lincoln's not running on Saturday afternoons, I'm going to be in trouble.
You can come with me to Arkansas.
Are you?
You might be in trouble. How long are you going down to Florida for?
I'm leaving not this weekend, obviously, next Saturday, and I'll be down to the following Sunday.
You get that many vacation days?
It's called
He's
winter,
always on vacation.
It's winter break, my man. Winter break.
He
Winter
gets
break.
about
Oh,
200
that's
vacation days.
Yeah, don't be jealous, man. Don't be jealous.
I am jealous because if I had vacation days, I would be going down and I put something together, but it just doesn't work out in my work schedule.
Yeah, mine never used to, but it finally worked out here the last couple of years. This will be my third year in a row going, so I got
thought you were
lucky.
just a professional race chaser.
Yeah, I wish. Believe me, that would not pay the bills. You know that.
No, I wish it could be. You know what I mean? You can get to that position, and then this sport also eats and spits people out pretty fast too. So.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little racing here. You mentioned the indoor stuff we're doing. Got some more racing to do this weekend. What have you heard about Trenton, and are you excited to get another opportunity to get back on the concrete?
I am. We really didn't have a great trend. Atlantic City. I went in with high expectations, and we just struggled with car. Colin Martin had built the car I drove, and he threw a new design on the front ends for Atlantic City, and we just struggled all weekend. And we finally got going Saturday morning. We were fast in practice and just got in the wrong lanes on the restarts and stuff, and the heat and the constant, so we didn't make the show, which was kind of disappointment. Actually, really was disappointment. So I think we should unload pretty good here at Trenton. It looks really, really small from the picture I just seen, so I don't know how it's going to be, but we might get busy, but we'll see what happens.
Did you run Baltimore last year or no?
No.
Did not go to Baltimore. I've been to Rhode Island.
Okay, yeah, Baltimore was tight. That was. I don't know if you've heard anything about that, but that was some tight confines.
That's what I think this is going to be like. From the picture, it looks about the same size, so this is going to be pretty damn tight.
Root and gouge.
Yeah.
Better be ready.
It'll be a route to make. You know what? I always, when I started my career, I always I was aggressive, but I wasn't one to bump and kind of get into it. Now, the older I get, the more, you got to throw people the bumper once in a while. Son of a gun, I did Atlantic City, and they put me back. I split a kid for the last spot, but I didn't mean to do it, It's Atlantic City. You got to do something here. I didn't come to ride around, But and you let bygones be bygones, and we had a beer together the following night, so it's just part of the indoor deal.
You know what? You might have been the only one to ever get put back in indoor racing. You know that, right?
I know that. Scott Nicky said it wasn't his call, so I got a phone with Salmon. So, but that's all right. They're good people, and what are you gonna do? It was pretty bad for the last spot, so it's part of the game.
What's the matter? They didn't have the Rumble in Fort Wayne rules?
No, you couldn't dump somebody and give them their spot back, and you went to the rear. No, they didn't have those. But let's talk about the upcoming season. Obviously, you're the man behind many rides. You've got 410s, 360s, ARDC, modifieds. Let's talk a little bit about all the things you hope to do this year.
You know what? It's everyone that how do I say it? The people that I work with in the sprint car side say, you should only run sprint cars. People in modifieds, you should only run modifieds. You should only run midgets. It's kind of like guys like Brett Day going into sprint car promotions. You got to be well diverse. But I'm very fortunate this year. I wish I had one guy that owned everything because it'd make my life a lot easier. But I'm probably planning on running some the Speedster and Micro that goes on Wednesdays. Going to run the sprint car on Saturday nights. Hopefully make up for some ESS shows. And I'm planning on running Big Diamond weekly with the modified program. So plus throwing a little bit of midget starts here. So there should be it should be pretty insane.
Talk about individually, like who you driving for. What's the team goals for all those different teams?
Well, I mean, last year I won 8 races, so I'm shooting for 10 this year. So we'll see what happens if that can come through. But we're aimed. I'm running for I run the LHS car, the Lamar Schaefer car that I ran in Atlantic City and Trenton. He actually has a 600 micro, which is only a little micro, but I can tell you, they're a blast. I've been to a lot of places, but Kutztown does a heck of a deal. They put a good crowd on, they put a good show on, they run a very well-promoted race, and I enjoy being there. And they put a nice curb on it, and it's great. Actually, talking about a curb, so I had a conversation this morning. I was talking to Brett Day this morning, and he was talking about Utica Rome, because I'd promote a show there if I could go out and put a curb on Utica Rome, and I'd be there to put a curb up on Utica Rome all the way around there.
Well, there's a lot of us that would like to see that.
Hey, we almost had it that Saturday night of the Coal Cup.
Yes, you did. We just kind of like stack it up like Indiana's. If you ever watched the Indiana's, get a nice curb up there, man, throw some sliders. We'd have a heck of a show.
That's right. Absolutely.
But when we're going to plan on doing, I plan on running for Wayne Subaru, which we ran 4 races together last year. We won 3 of them. We should have won the 4th, but they cut the lap short on me. We're going to do them speedsters down here. You know, they're not the best on the big tracks, but they put on a pretty damn good show on these little racetracks, you know. And the competition's tough. There's Eckerd, my dad, Brightbill, Strunk. I mean, it's pretty intense field, and we won 5 times with that, so hopefully we can keep that going last year. So we're going to run Kutztown and try and chase the championship there and run their other shows. And then Friday night, I'm doing my own deal at Big Diamond with about 4 or 5 sponsors coming back on board that I've had in the past, so I'm kind of excited about that. And then we're going to run the 36, which I come up to New York with, the Thomas Ningler Motorsport Sprint Car, which should be a pretty good site. I think we built on something pretty good last year, so I think maybe we got something for them this year. I really do. We have a 410 and a 360, so we have a pretty good program there. And then we're actually on some midget shows, too, ARDC midget shows, when I can on Sunday nights at Grandview and midweek shows. So it's very diverse, but I think, I don't know, I'm very, how do I say it? It took me a little bit, again, but I feel like I've got really good people around me that know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you can go out and you can have a good time.
Big difference.
Now, one of the questions coming in here in the chat room, as you know, we have a live chat that goes on during the show. They want to know, do you have a full-time job, and if so, what is that? Or is it just racing?
I did racing for, how do I say it? I went to college. I graduated with a community college. I was going to go to a 4-year college, and I took half a year. I'm like, I'm going to be a professional race car driver. Until July, I was making money, but I was like, I got to be better than this. So I went back to school, and I'm actually a financial analyst for MetLife Insurance. So I have a very good job that I like, and I can get away with doing a lot of racing. So I wish if I didn't have it, I probably could do a lot more racing, but that's part of the gig.
Yeah, believe me, we all know that deal.
We all know that. I mean, I think I want to go back to school and become like a financial planner and do my own thing so that I can more or less make my own schedule and start my own business. So we're working towards it. It's just getting off my horse and getting the masters.
What about Midget Week? Any plans?
I want to do the last 2 or 3 nights of Midget Weeks for Lawrenceburg and Kokomo.
All right. Nice.
I love that, man. I have a very good deal. How do I say it? I read this thing on Jack Honshaw the other day. Jack Honshaw's 56 years old, one of the best racers to ever do. He's never won a championship.
No.
Never. I've only ran maybe 2 or 3 times in my career where I made every show and tried to run for a championship. I kind of want to do that this year just because I've never actually put that on my resume.
Right.
And I think that's, I don't know, it's something that I just personally want to do, and I want to try and win the Kutztown Championship and the Big Diamond. And I'd also like to get up and support some of the super short track series he's got going on there. He's got a good deal going on there. He's paying a lot of money, and so there's a lot of good things. I got to tell you, I've been racing for my whole life. I have a lot of more positive vibe this year than I've had in years past.
Nice.
Well, you know, like you said earlier, though, it can chew you up and spit you out, or you can just take it and take what you can get out of it and go as far as you can with it. You know, it just depends on your outlook.
Well, I'm talking about racing and everything. Don't you agree? I think there's more of a positive vibe going into this
definitely.
year than years
Definitely.
past.
Yeah, there's a lot less. I mean, this off season has been huge for news and notes and rumors and all of that. It's been awesome for anybody that owns a news website. But
do you know anybody?
Yeah,
you know anybody?
yeah. But it is definitely a much better Everybody's excited. Even like the Super Dirt Series schedule came out, everybody's excited about the Super Dirt Series. Everybody's excited about Big Diamond. Like the amount of money Big Diamond's paying weekly seems awesome.
I mean, for me, honestly, you know, I put a deal together with Big Diamond. They're paying $3,200 a weekly.
Yep.
It's the only place I can run on Friday night without having to take a day off because I can leave my house at 5 o'clock. They don't start till 8 o'clock, so it just fits into my schedule right. I mean, Dirt's back. How do I say Dirt's back? ARDC is going to a draw around here. They're doing good things. They always promote the short track series. We've got ROCs coming out more money. There's so much competition. They're putting money back into the racers. I mean, Kutztown on Wednesday night pays $2,000 to win. They averaged 800 people last year. That's more than I bet you 80% of New York tracks alone.
It's not a bad crowd.
On a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah,
for,
I didn't.
For
You know,
speedsters and micros, it's not.
Yeah,
even
I didn't
sprint
get
car.
down there. I have to do that. It's on my checklist this summer.
Watching all the highlights last year, the races every week. Were
Yeah,
just
it seemed really good. It seemed very good. So I have to get there. You
guys are racing people, and you've done a lot of it. Probably more than I do anymore, really. But racing, you know, racing's about a production anymore. You know, the diehard race fans aren't there like us anymore as much as they used to be. You got to have a promotion going on. You got to promote for the fans. Promotion is key, and that's what I believe, and I think that makes tracks successful. You can see that tracks that are that are prospering are people that are promoting themselves.
Yeah, nowadays you got to offer more than just the race itself to get people out of their houses, or to go to the racetrack and not do something else.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It's a show now. It's like you were saying. It's not just racing. It's a show. It's a presentation. Because younger fans, I mean, ultimately you got to entertain them, and that's difficult because their attention span lasts about 4 minutes.
We have to get them entertained to keep it going.
Yeah.
And you know what the problem nowadays is? If one thing goes bad, it's magnified through social media. You know.
Yes.
And like we went to what was that short track Super Nationals? Brett had their 5 mile last year. We went there, and it was a little bit Andy's fault. The weather was shitty. We all burned up tires. The racing wasn't that good. It was a shame. So everyone blasted 5 mile. We went back for that sprint car show, Mike. You were there for it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Awesome track service. Top curve all the way around 5 mile. What 5 miles should be.
Right.
But everyone got their bad taste the first time, so no one would come up the second time. So it's a shame. It's just everything gets magnified. Every little thing you do nowadays.
It does.
Yeah, oh yeah. There's no doubt about it. Social media is the. We've talked about it on
some
here.
Aspects, it's bad in others.
It's a great thing because never before could you tweet Casey Kane or could you talk to Casey Kane or Tony Stewart.
That's a way to communicate with them.
Yeah, you can actually tweet them, and then sometimes they'll answer
and you get instant results.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that you never had. But you also have, if you screw up, everybody's going to know about it. Everybody knows.
I mean, I've been very fortunate over, past couple of years. I've become pretty good friends with Brian Clausen, and, man, I follow him in Australia. He follows me around here on Twitter. We're always going back and forth, and I can see exactly what he's doing over there. It's like, holy heck, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool. It's just the magnitude of it, and a lot of people don't use it to the right aspect. I'm not great. I'm not the best at it. I'm from the younger generation, so I kind of understand it and take it to that point. But there's also negatives to it, and I don't know anymore. Just want to go out, win, have some fun racing, and promote and just do the whole atmosphere,
Billy, you talked about championships. You could be the first ever DirtTrackDigest.com celebrity driver champion in the sprint car or the modified league.
Yeah, I know. I signed up for the Dick Dragon series there, and I actually think it's going to be. I didn't know it at first, and once I got involved into it, I think it's going to be a fun thing. And it took me a while to pick my drivers, so I had to think about it. It's like, come on here, but that's a neat thing, and it's something else to keep the fans active into it.
Yes,
I'll tell you
absolutely.
This. I'll give you credit. I'll give you props because we were checking your team.
Yeah, Mike asked.
John and I ride together out to the show, and we were checking your team, and I'm like, if you didn't pick yourself, I was gonna bust your stones on that sprint car deal.
Yeah, I know. I didn't pick it on the modified deal, and the reason I didn't is because I picked my old man because I knew he's going to be pretty good this year. He's got a pretty good deal coming, and I've actually really got a good feeling even about my modified program on Big Diamond on Friday nights. I got a young crew chief I get along with very well. I've got good equipment. I don't know everything. Things are going right now, and I'm hoping to keep it going, and I'm hoping we can come off with it. And I plan on coming out the middle of March. I'd probably go to Florida if I could get the days off, but we're going to start in Atlantic City, and hopefully we can get things rolling pretty good this weekend. And a little bit of lady luck, and we could be hopefully in victory lane.
Talk a little bit about, you mentioned Big Diamond. You guys are going to have a big change on. I mean, you've run Hoosier tires on a sprint car, but obviously that doesn't matter. It's totally different. How different is it going to be for you to be on Hoosier tires at Big Diamond?
I mean, I think it's going to be definitely different. The thing about Hoosier tires is they don't have the sidewall of American Racer, so you're not going to have the side bite. And I think it's going to bring the drivers back into it. I really do believe in that, and I think it's going to make the racing better. And I think it's going to be adaptive. I think you're going to see Jeff Strunk be pretty tough because then he knows Hoosiers, and I think we got a pretty good advantage. My dad's going down to Florida and going to be on him, I think, for 4 days. So it should be. It's going to be interesting for sure this year, and I'm looking forward to the challenge and look forward to everything in general here. Hopefully, I'm going to like you guys up there. You, John, Dean, everyone up there in New York. I like to get up to the ESS shows a couple times this year, so hopefully I can make it up and support a couple of them too.
What's it going to take to get you to come to Speed Week? I mean, that's 5 nights in a row.
I can't do Wednesday through Friday, but I'm almost. I would say we're talking 75% sure I'm going to do Fulton and Utica Rome the last 2 nights of Speed Week.
Nice. Get ready for the Coal Cup.
Yes, we're coming. I think I got 4 on my schedule. We looked at the other day. It was Fulton, Utica Rome that July weekend, and then I'm going to do Thunder Mountain, and we're going to do Coal Cup.
Now, someone asked this. I believe you answered it, but I'll ask it. Obviously you're not wanting to get in the middle of the Deo Harpel situation, but they want to know what your feelings are on that. And are you going to race either of them? And I think you mentioned both of them.
Yeah, I mean they both do a good job. It's an interesting battle there. I mean I've been at Brett's wedding, and I've been a good friend of him forever, but I've also known Andy for a while. So you know what? It's good for the racers, to be honest with you. It's the best thing that can happen. The competition makes people do things with money that's crazy. You know what I mean? And it drives you to a factor. I think it's going to be successful. I'm going to try and support to the best I can both of them. We'll see what happens on it. I mean, Brett's paying a little bit better, so it's going to be tough not to. And I really like Thunder Mountain. I like Ackwood. I like Thunder Mountain. I'm not a total Middletown person. We'll see.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
You guys would remember the car, Nick Knoll, the 6N.
Yes.
He owns my small block, and he has a big block car and getting a big block done. So once that's done, I'll probably come out with it, but it won't be done in time for Middletown.
I love Middletown.
Opener. If the March show, if I decide to do it, I could borrow one off my dad for the race. So we'll see. It's a lot of ifs. I want to make sure everything's prepared. I went to Middletown once, and I had some guy jump in my car. I think I finished 8th. I started 20th and 8th in the Petruska car. Some Whitehead jumped in my car or something like that. I don't know. They didn't like me too much, but I came to run, and I'm not one of them patient ones.
All right, man. Well, listen, we don't want to keep you too late. Obviously, we got to talk to your dad, and but we want to give you a chance. If you got a Twitter, Facebook page, sponsors, anybody you want to thank. Give them a plug.
I want to make sure I thank Wayne Subaru, LHS Racing Engines, Specialty Rigging, Growers Garden Center, Wood Naturally, Valley Stoves, all my product sponsors. I'm very fortunate. I got a lot of great people behind it, and like I said, we're going in the trend. Hopefully, I think I'll see you down there this weekend, Mike.
Oh yeah, buddy. I'm leaving at about 6:45 in the a.m.
Oh, you're taking off tomorrow?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've used a personal day.
I took off. Maybe we'll have a success, and I don't think it's going to be another 5-6 in the morning show like we did in Atlantic City. But it's.
I don't think you're going to get $2 drafts and $2 shots. I don't see that happening in Trenton.
I'll tell you what, that is a rough weekend when you come out of there. It's like, man, I wore myself out for 3 days of just everything in general.
Yeah, it's Wednesday when you could actually function again normally.
Yeah, it took me a while. It's like, man, and. I'm 26. I'm still like, oh man, I feel like I'm 80 right now. But we'll see. We'll have some fun, and we'll start from there. And I want to thank you guys for having me on the show and everything you do for racing. We need stuff like this. It promotes it, and every little bit helps.
All right. So we're gonna call your dad on his cell?
Yeah, give him a shout on his cell phone. I think I texted you his number, so Call him. It should be sitting next to him at the house.
All right, man. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
All right, appreciate it,
Thanks,
guys.
Billy.
Have a good one.
Thanks.
Bye.
Always entertaining. Yeah, that was definitely a late
wound
night.
up.
He's the John Force of dirt racing.
Yeah, he loves to talk. I loved whenever we go out. I love hanging out with him. He's just a good time. I met him at Deo's bachelor party.
He has wings.
Yeah, Red Bull. Yeah, I met him at Brett Deo's bachelor party, and we just we've talked ever since then, and He's just good. He's a good shit. I guess that's the only way to say it. I normally don't swear, but I'll say it.
I've already said it twice.
Yeah, I know. He said it too.
He did. I heard him.
Before we move on, we got to drop some news about Vico Chrysler Dodge Jeep. They did it again. My wife drove home yesterday in a 2013 Dodge Journey.
So she did get the Journey.
She got the Journey. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. She's got some new wheels, a little bit more space, and they cut a swinging deal. You got to get over there, see Steve Riffle, Mike D'Amico, Mike Godkin. He was the guy that sealed the deal for us. Great guys over there. You got to make sure you stop by and see them. When you buy a new vehicle, you get an oil certificate, so you get your first oil change on them. It's awesome. I mean, you guys got to get over there and support D'Amico Chrysler Dodge Jeep. They got a whole bunch of used stuff over there, including a bunch of really nice-looking minivans, which when we were looking for space, that was the first direction we went, and then they turned us on to the Journey. The Journey's lighter than a minivan. It's got the V6 engine, so it's going to give you a little bit better gas mileage. There was a black one, a black SXT, and there was a red one, and the SXT's in our driveway now. But the red one's still available. Make sure you get over there, see them. Great guys. All-purpose service shop. They got a parts department that they can't be beat, and then of course, they're sales guys. They work harder than anybody else. Going to give you the best deal in the Finger Lakes, and they will guarantee their ability to beat any quote that you've got on your trade-in. So make sure you get over there and see those guys. We're gonna have Billy Pauch Sr. coming up here in just a second, but Mike's got more news and updates from the live chat. Yeah, we've been having a nice little discussion here in the live chat.
What are you talking about?
The live chat's been really good.
What are they asking you?
I don't know. They're talking a lot about Billy Pauch, talking about Junior and the different things he's done, and then
how many you got there?
And somebody just posted a whole freaking press release in here. NDRL.
100.
Huh? 100? How many people? There's a lot in here. There's a good.
It's been pretty busy, but the last couple of weeks.
Real busy in here right now.
Good.
That's good. And then again, they're talking a lot about some Billy Pauch things that they remember and things like that. And somebody mentioned the Connecticut. I think it's Dan Martin. It said Mototown in Windsor, Connecticut. That's what it was, Mototown.
Mototown.
Had oval track and MX track. Yeah, and they ran mini sprints, SS, and 600 mods. So yeah, I was right. I knew it was in Connecticut. I just didn't know what it was.
Once you said that, I
vaguely remembered it. Right.
Yep.
What's this?
All right, there he is, joining us now on the 31st Lap Hotline is none other than Billy Pauch Sr. And Billy, sorry we're calling you a little late, but you know how Junior likes to talk.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He was extremely excited about his season. First things first, of course, you looking forward to Trenton. I know Trenton's going to be a little bit different than Atlantic City. Real tight confines.
It all depends on, if you get the car dialed in, you get a little luck on your side. And, I don't think it matters what size track you got.
You've raced on pretty much every venue, I think, imaginable at this point. How do you relate the outdoor stuff on the big tracks, New Egypt, Bridgeport, and that? How does that translate for you to drive, on the indoors, on the concrete? We talk, to a lot of the pavement guys, and they say, oh, it's just like driving my asphalt modified. But for a dirt guy, how difficult is that adjustment?
It's difficult. It's like going from dirt to asphalt. The difference is it's not really asphalt. It's concrete with Coke syrup on it. So it kind of changes quite a bit from the time you get there till the time you leave. It's sort of more like dirt, I would say. It rubbers up, and then, you'll have a division like them slingshots or the go-karts go out there, and they'll take rubber off or they'll put more rubber on. So it kind of makes it either a tighter or looser track, and it kind of changes quite a bit. Blacktop doesn't quite change that much. Dirt changes a lot in the course of the night, but like I said, with the Coke syrup and the rubber and all the crazy tire preps they got, you can watch the rubber go off the concrete and you watch it come back on.
Is that tough to keep up with during the night as you're watching? Do you have to keep a constant vigilance on the track to make sure, to see what it's doing, or what do you do for that?
Yeah, it's real tough, and then somebody blows a motor and they go out and put all this powder down and it turns it into instant ice skating rink, It's like, it changes like constantly, Atlantic City there, I think before I went out for my heat race or something, somebody blew a motor or left an oil plug out or something and just oiled the whole track down. They went out and put some kind of, white powder, almost like, I don't know what the hell it's supposed to clean up the oil, but it more or less like talcum powder. Man, it made it slick as hell, and
you got your car set up for one way, and then you go out there and you're sliding all over the place because the track's got no bite in it, you know. And it's just, I think it's racing, you know. I mean, if you can race on dirt, you should be able to race on anything because it changes so damn much.
Yep.
What's it going to take to beat Cecily? I mean, Cecily, he had a really good car, Atlantic City, and Mike Lichty's another one that had a really good car.
Yeah, he was quick.
Anthony's really works hard at what he does. You know, he put a lot of effort into it. It's like, what's his name there? TC, you know, I mean, he put a lot of effort into his indoor deal. He's got his own cars, you know, his own everything, you know, and he puts a immense amount of time into it. And it's like anything, you know, if you put an immense amount of time into it and you're a decent driver, you should rise to the top, you know. I mean, it's something that I don't really get involved with. I mean, it's 2 shows, and I kind of like do it for some fun, you know. But you know, I mean, he's serious about it. I mean, he works hard at it, and you know, that's why he does so good. It just ain't by chance. It ain't no fluke that he wins them races. I mean, he put a lot of time and effort into it, and it showed. He, you know, come out on top, and he raked in the most money. And TC's been doing that for I don't know how many years, but I think no matter how hard he tried this year, he built a new car and blew a motor and crashed it 4 times. I don't think you can get any worse than that.
I think he rebuilt the car about 6 times, didn't he?
Oh, TC, yeah. Every time I hit the track, it went off with a missing wheel. It was a bad weekend for him.
I know he blew a motor warm-up practice night, and then I think he crashed twice Friday and twice Saturday.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, he had a bad...
He had a weekend from hell.
Yeah,
and
it was bad.
And when he crashed those times, he crashed hard.
Yeah, it wasn't nice. It was, let me flip down the backstretch in the dash, and then let me flip it again in Saturday night's A main. It wasn't, none of it was nice. None of it was nice.
No, it wasn't good at all. I mean, they worked their ass all weekend and come away with nothing. And, you know, I mean, he puts in a lot of time, and it seems like more guys are starting to put in more time into it. And, you know, you got guys jumping in there like all these asphalt guys buying them Leffler cars, and, you know, they're pretty well checked out on what's happening. And we're still building cars and, you know, in garages. I'm like a test pilot when I go down there. We put A-frames on the car I've been running, and the geometry wasn't right. And I was all but rolled over all weekend and chasing that around. But, you know, it just, you know, I enjoy running for Colin and Smart in there. He's a good guy and he's a smart guy, and, you know, he likes to tinker and play around, but you know, we just don't do it enough outdoors to get the car dialed in to, you know, to be that good indoors. I don't think, you know, we need to put a little bit more effort into it.
We got a couple people here. We have a live chat that goes on while we're on the show here. We got a guy, Howie, that did the win.
I can hear you got a crowd here and people are laughing and shit.
Yeah, but, Howie the Hat wanted us to tell you hello. He did his wins list for you, so he wanted us to say hi to you. And also we had a question come in here on the chat room. They always says, I always thought Senior preferred a heavy track to a slick track. Is that true? And do you agree with Doug Hoffman's approach of slowing cars down with a slicker surface? What's your thoughts on that?
It really, I don't really care what the surface is as long as it's not dusty and I can see where the hell I'm going, you know. I about got my head taken off one time, Penn National, in a dust storm. One guy turned me around, another guy come up over top of me and about took the cage off, put it back to my head, and so I'm not real particularly fond of dusty tracks. Slick tracks, you know, I mean, I don't think you can get no slicker than the Victoria 200 when I went up there for them races.
Yeah,
and,
that's for sure.
Yep.
You know, it's just a matter of finding the combination, you know. But to me, slick, heavy, whatever, you need multiple grooves. You need it so you can pass. You know, a lot of tracks are like around the bottom, like train tracks.
Yep.
You know, and you can sit there and watch a train, and people don't want to watch a train; they want to see 3 wide passing, and you know, you got to work at that. You know, it's like I work hard on my race car to try to be fast and win races, and people need to work hard on their racetrack so the drivers that do come there can put on a show and go 2-3 wide, and all the fans, so the fans come. You know.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I know. You know, you mentioned racing and hard racing and good racing. You and Ryan Godon had a hell of a battle this year at New Egypt for the championship. Ultimately, you came on top. Take us through that battle. I mean, it came right down to the wire.
Yeah, it was weird. They have a point deal down there. It's 1 point per position or something, and I don't know. We both had pretty good years. I mean, a year there, we both won a fair amount of races, and what put me over the top on him was they give you heat race points plus the heats paid $500 to win, and I forget totally how many heats I won. I don't know, 6 or 8 heat races, and that put me ahead of him in the points going into the last night, and you know, you're going into the last night and you're leading. It's like, well, okay, I'll sit back here and follow him and let him, you know, knock everybody out of the way, and I'll get through and follow him. All I got to do is stay within a certain position of him, and you know, I can win this championship. And plus, I was going for my 700th win, and they threw the green, and I don't know. I threw everything out the window and put my foot down and drove to the front and won the race, you know. So
That's the way it
went out
should
the
be.
window. I don't know. You know, that little voice telling you what to do. I don't know. It went in one ear and out the other because I threw it out away and just drove like, you know, I drove through them like Grant went through Richmond. I just got to the front quick and set the pace for the rest of the, you know, it was 2 races, and he had to come out in the second one and do something special, and he, you know, he tried to push it to the front, and he got hooked up and caught and crashed, you know, and it's kind of a good thing he did, because we had a bolt break inside the rear and went through the quick change gears, and I picked up a vibration, and I'm like, ooh. So I was a little hesitant on driving the car too hard. Once he dropped out, I mean, I had the championship won, but I just rode around and finished the 9th or something, but I think I had to finish 8th or better to beat him if he would have won that second feature. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, you know, I've had tougher ones, I've had easier ones, but it worked out in our favor that we won it.
One question I got to ask is, I used to go to East Windsor when Windsor was open. When I lived down by Orange County for a while. How did you come up with the design for the car that used to run at the Run with the Bronx shows at Windsor? Because the wing on that thing was spectacular.
It was actually so big the first night we put it on, it bent the mounts. That it had so much downforce and pull to the left, so when we went in the turn, the sideboards caught. It actually bent the mounts, and we came in after the heat race, and we were borrowing tire poles that people put through their, you know, their tires to hold them into the tire rack in the trailers to prop up the wing to hold it up there so he could run it, because it was a big wing, and you know, it had so much downforce and sideboard on it that it just needed a lot of bracing to it. It just, I don't know, you just come up with these crazy ideas, but I think the new thing is all sideboard is more important than wing.
Yeah, I know. You and Kenny Brightbill had, I mean, amazing battles, and he ran the ugliest looking bus looking thing I think you could ever see, and you had the huge sprint car wing. I loved it. It was one of the coolest things. Do you miss those days when you could run the big tires and you know, and do some of the kind of the, you know, your own creation of cars?
Yeah.
You know, modern day we get the cookie cutter stuff.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. You know, I mean, the Run with your Bronx shows are tough because you got to put it. It's like doing the indoor show. It's 2 races a year, and it's how much time do you want to put in for 2 races? You know, I mean, I look at it. I got to go run 50 or 100 outdoors. I think that's more important than 2 indoors, and it's sort of the same way with the Run with your Bronx. When I was younger and dumber, we did them things, and you know, put a lot of time into them just for 1 or 2 races, and it was something neat. But you know, I mean, and anymore, the rules are so locked in. You got to be an inch here or an inch there, or too high or too low or too far this way or that way, that, you know, they really lock you in. It is kind of neat once in a while to do something different and kind of work outside the box to see what's in these cars.
One of the questions coming in the chat room, a Middletown question, actually, and I'm sure you've heard this question a million times, but Dean Reynolds wants to know, how upset were you after the DQ in Middletown in 78 and 80 with the Scarman Della 121? I wasn't around yet, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of a bullshit call. You know, I mean, they you know, we won the race, and after the race they pulled in victory lane, and we're standing there, and it's like, where's the photographers, where's the flagger? And, you know, they DQ'd us for putting a tire over the line or something. I think I passed Hank Gorkson or something for the lead, and he kind of pinched me down, and I don't know if they had a line or something, but, you know, my one tire went over the line, but the guy pinched me down. It's either, you know, you run over the guy to hold the track, or you put a tire down, you know. I mean, you can't do that now. They got Jersey barriers there, but
Right.
it kind of really soured me on the place right from that point on, and I didn't have no real want to go back there. You know, it's
I can relate to that.
you know, I just I wanted every place I've ever been, and you know, Middletown. That just really pissed me off, and I just after that I really had no want to go back there.
Is Dale twisting your arm trying to get you to go to his show?
I told him I told him he had a better chance of seeing God.
That's awesome. That's great.
That's funny.
Yeah, I kind of hold fast to what I believe in, and I don't believe in going there. You know, it don't do nothing for me. So,
Wow.
I know. Looking at the upcoming season, I know you're going to Florida. Are you excited about that? And I got to ask you, you're staying at Plantation Island because that's actually where I'm staying. I think I saw you there last time.
Am I excited about going to Florida? Would you be excited about getting out all this damn snow?
There's nothing better at this point, man.
I'm so tired of pushing snow, and I'm piling it. I don't know where I can pile it anymore. I got to get out of here before I get a pile higher. You know. Yeah, I'm really excited about Florida. I mean, it's something that kind of came up last minute. I was at the banquet with my sponsor there, Bob Green from Pioneer Pole Building, and we were talking. He goes down for a show down there in Orlando at the same time, and he said, "Hey, you gonna be down in Florida?" I said, "Yeah, I'd like to, but I said it costs so damn much to go down there, you know." And he goes, "Well, let me know, you know." So I did up a budget and I put it to him. He said, "Good." He says, "Let's go," you know. So that's why I'm going down there. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I enjoy going to Florida, you know. It's Speed Week. You're down there. There's a lot of racing people and Daytona, and it's a cool deal, you know. It ain't a profitable deal, but it's a cool deal.
You don't suppose he's got any room in that budget to bring me along, do you?
Good luck, John.
I don't know. We just got a 42-foot trailer, so there's plenty of room in that.
Yeah, I think he'll ride in the trailer, actually.
There you go. Hey, keep an eye on everything.
Sit in the car if you let him on right down.
We got some more questions coming in here in the chat room. Someone wants to know what was it like running a sprint car at the mile? Is that your biggest thrill, or are there other things?
I think the biggest thrill I ever had was walking away from cheating death a few times. But running in Syracuse with a sprint car, that was pretty awesome.
That was cheating death.
You're flat out around there, and you're flying, and it's like anything. You don't know how fast you're going to. You're going the wrong way. You know, I mean, when you blow a tire or over somebody's wheel and you take off flipping or whatever, then you know you're going fast. Like sitting at Daytona and watch the cars come around. Yeah, they're fast, but man, when you get around backwards and you look at them, they're going backwards as fast as they're going forward, and they're hovering off the ground. It's pretty awesome, but I don't know. You know, I mean, the speed was there. There is tracks faster in Syracuse, some other miles, but you know, because they got sweepier turns or banked a little bit more, but it was neat.
Would you ever want to go back to sprint car racing, or are you happy in the modified?
Nah, I got kind of like had my fill of sprint cars. I got tired of breaking parts in my body and stuff, and I decided maybe I didn't need to break no more parts. You know, I mean, it's just, you know, I broke my arm, I broke my knee, and I just we won a lot of races too. You know, I mean, I enjoyed the sprints, I really did, and it just I don't know, just when I got to a certain age, I said, well, I did that, done that, and I just kind of like run close to home now.
Do you have a favorite track, past or present?
I like a lot of tracks. I mean, I like Flemington, Penn National, Windsor. You know, I mean, there are 3 tracks there that I really liked a lot. You know, I mean, I like New Egypt, I like Bridgeport and Delaware and Fulton and, you know, Fonda. I mean, there's a lot of Albany. You know, I like them. I like them all, you know. I mean, as long as they're racy, you know. There's nights that you go there that the tracks are terrible. They rubber one lane, and it's like, man, what am I doing here? But, you know, when they're racy, they're fun.
Yep.
You know, you mentioned all those tracks, you know, some of the New York, Fulton, Fonda, and so on. Do you miss being out on the road and doing all that racing that you used to do?
Yeah, I do. You know, I really do. I mean, it's more the work and the money that keeps me from going up there. It's you know, I mean, diesel fuel's $4 a gallon. It kind of cramps your styles for where you're going to go, you know. And it's just, you know, I try to do it to make money, but to go that far and spend that kind of money for fuel and stuff. I can't do it no more, you know. I mean, I'd like to. I mean, we're still looking for sponsors and stuff, but yeah, I still enjoy to go up there and run some of them tracks.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see him back at Fonda once.
Yeah, I think the last time he was at Fonda, did you drive for Jake's Breaker, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That's
tell you,
right.
We left New Egypt. We ran Saturday night, and they had a Sunday show. We drove all night and got up there, I don't know, 5 in the morning, slept a few hours, and did the deal. And it's like, man, I was like, I wasn't in good shape after staying up all night driving up there. I'm too old for this stuff, you know.
One more question coming in on the chat room. You know, you mentioned a couple of the crashes that you've been in and things like that. What was the worst one that you can remember?
I'll tell you, on asphalt at Flemington, man, I crashed hard twice there. I mean, you know, you get together with Hoffman one time, and they shot me out in the fourth turn, and, you know, I headed straight into the wall with one of them DA cars. And I'm telling you, I saw my light flash in front of me there. I mean, I must have hit the wall 100 mile an hour and broke the car like in half, and I'm lucky I didn't get hurt more than I did, you know. I mean, no Hans device or none of that kind of stuff, and got stitches and tore myself up, you know, in the lower area there. I'd say that was probably my worst. I flipped sprints and stuff, and, you know, busted my knee and broke my arm out in Knoxville and stuff, but I don't know. I don't think much about it, you know. I mean, it's all part of the sport. You go on, you know. I don't dwell too much on getting hurt or crashing.
Mm-hmm. So talk about the open wheel stuff a little bit. I know Mike asked you about getting back into a sprint car. So I suppose after what you said, the odds of seeing you race the Chili Bowl one more time is probably out of the question, isn't it?
The Chili Bowl.
We need to get you back there one time. One more time.
The Chili Bowl, yeah, I'll tell you, I always enjoyed going out there. It's a long week, though, you know. If you go out there for a couple of days, I wouldn't mind it, but you're out there for a whole week, and it really chews up a lot of time. But that is awesome. That's something I tell everybody they got to go experience the Chili Bowl. And all the people I've met out there, like P.J. Jones, and Parnelli Jones, and Billy Boat, and Dave Darlin. I mean, there are just so many good drivers that go out there that you get to meet, talk to, and race with, and it's one of the coolest things. I tell everybody, you got to experience the Chili Bowl, the Knoxville Nationals, and Eldora. There are three things to a race fan or anybody that there are three things you got to do. The Knoxville Nationals is awesome too.
Yes,
I love that you mentioned that because that's my favorite race. I wouldn't miss the Knoxville Nationals for anything.
There are three you want to do. I mean, there's maybe some more neat stuff out there, but there are three that I experienced, and I thought they were the coolest things going. You know, I mean, miss them a lot.
Absolutely. I wish you would go race it one more time.
Yeah, John is a huge Chili Bowl guy. That is his race. That's his favorite thing. That's all he talks about from the time it ends until the time it starts again.
Just one time I want to see him go back.
It's cool.
Yeah, definitely I'll have to do that. Well, hey, Billy, we don't want to keep you too late, man. We appreciate you coming on. If there's anybody you want to thank, any sponsors, if you got a website, if you got anything you want people to check out, I don't know if you got Twitter or anything like that, but if you tweet, if you have any of that, feel free to give anybody a plug right now you want.
I just got, I got Bob Green with Pioneer Pole Buildings. I mean, if you're going to put up a race shop or a toy shop, he's got to call. I mean, they're fantastic. He's been a sponsor of mine for like 15 years now, and Bob's really a good guy. You know, I mean, they put up some nice buildings and stuff. And K&A Excavating, Kevin's the guy that owns the race car that I drive, and I got to thank him a lot for everything. And my crew and all. I mean, I got a bunch of good guys help me on the car and stuff through the years, and it just you need a good crew, man. It's like a football team. If you ain't got a good front line in front of you, you're laying on your ass all the time.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. Well, hey, man, thanks a lot, and we look forward to seeing you. I'll see you tomorrow and this weekend, and best of luck to you in Trenton, and good luck in Florida.
All right, yeah, come on, say hi tomorrow. I may not talk to you much, but you can come up, say hi.
Not a problem. Thanks a lot, man. Have a good night.
Thanks, Billy.
All right, take care.
Yep,
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was cool.
That was awesome.
Yep.
I love hearing stories about like the old, that's why I wanted to ask him.
I grew up watching him. He comes from that era of still with McCready and Jack Johnson and those guys that don't race anymore and stuff.
Yeah, it's just
So
it amazes me.
he's got a lot of
I
stories
honestly
from
could have kept him on the
70s
phone
and
for
80s.
another half an hour.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, just talking racing with him, like I love those stories. You know,
I mean, there's some.
Tomorrow when I see him, I'm going to ask
up
him.
there that he's seen and done.
I'm going to ask him about Knoxville. That's the first thing I'm gonna ask him.
I mean, that was probably one of the best interviews we've had ever. I mean, hands down. It
was great. Two interviews back to back.
Tonight. I mean, this tonight is going to be one of the in 2
top
years
show,
when we
right?
think about it, this is one of the top shows.
favorites.
Right? Yeah, this
Think of
was
the things
awesome.
that he's won in though.
I know it's amazing his career.
I know, and then look at his dad.
The different the different divisions that he's won in. Oh my lord.
Yeah, I mean, you look back at Williams Grove, all the sprint car victories he's got. It's
Yep.
incredible.
He's won in everything he's driven.
Yeah,
just about.
I mean,
I've got one sprint car in my house.
the
It's
Zemco car,
the
Billy
Zemco
Pauch.
car.
I have the Zemco car too.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite cars.
I'm probably one of the few people that got to see him race in the Craftsman Truck Series.
What year was that?
He ran a handful of races back in
97.
the late 90s
Yeah,
or
97,
so,
98.
early
my first big
2000s.
flub with the Craftsman Truck Series.
2
It
years
was a
in
Camping World Truck Series.
2 years in a row.
Get with the
he
game,
went to,
son.
He went to Richmond
Right.
because we were there for the weekend, and 2 years in a row he went and run that race, the Richmond race. So it was cool.
I thought I
for
read
me
it-
to see a
I
guy
thought-
who I see all the time.
I thought I read in his profile
run
that he ran
the
that.
truck race.
He run the truck series when it went to. Thought it went to Flemington one time, way
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I did.
They did.
I thought he
They ran there
he
a
ran
couple
there
years in a
too.
row.
Yeah.
That's when the Truck Series first started, right?
That was early,
Yes.
early.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, these guys
that
are
was
all
when it
talking
was.
about-
That was when it was the Craftsman Truck Series.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. My first major flub
Actually,
on
when
the
it
show
was
was
Flemington,
that.
it wasn't even Craftsman yet. I don't think.
It was just
it
a
could
truck
It was
be.
just the
I-
Super Truck Series. Is what it was.
Oh
Something like
right,
that,
I
right?
forgot the super trucks. Yeah, yeah,
Craftsman came on like a couple years into it.
Yeah, that was. I tell you, the memories. I mean, that's.
yeah.
You
That
know,
was your first major. I remember we talked about the dollar jar.
yeah, oh yeah. But just meeting, talking to these guys, that's what makes you. For me, I love
Makes it
the
fun.
history side of it, so
Yeah.
I love hearing
Yeah.
that stuff. I mean, some of those stories again. I'd love to hear more about Flemington. I never got to go to Flemington.
Yeah, me neither.
And I missed it. I mean, I
I
remember
never got
seeing it
there
on.
either.
You know how the only reason I know what Flemington was like because it was on
'Cause
This
you
Week
saw-
on Dirt.
Well, I've seen a ton of videos.
It was on This
there.
Week on
Because
Dirt.
you saw it on the video game.
Yeah, well, it was on that.
The,
It was on.
The Trucks is on the video game.
Yeah, one of
Yeah.
the Papyrus releases
Yes.
early.
Yes.
Oh, really? You
I
can
have
Yeah,
run-
it was. Yeah,
I
you
have
can race
that.
there. Yeah,
It's
I
a
have
bit
it.
like a
For
computer
PC,
game.
PC.
yeah,
Really?
I have it.
Yeah, you can race there. There's a
Does
lot
it
of cool
still work?
tracks on there.
I'd have to see if I could download
Yeah,
it
if you
on
got
the
a if you got a computer
I
that
have
runs
it.
on Windows 95.
That would be cool.
It
Yeah,
doesn't-
I do have it.
Yeah, it was like with a track pack or something, some add-on. I
Yeah.
had that too. Yeah, it was cool. You could run
That-
the trucks. You could run.
It was in the game for the Truck Series.
That was neat.
When you wrecked the car, it just left you with a gray box. There was the panels just came off. They were just gone.
That place was fast. I mean, you see wreck
That was
photos
crazy
or wreck
fast.
videos from there. That place.
It was
looked nasty.
it was such a strange
It
track.
was a square, right? Basically,
When you looked
No.
at it from the sky, an aerial shot,
It looked
the
like
track was a square, but you ran it as a circle.
right, because you didn't
There
worry
were
about
no straightaways. They
Right.
just ran around and
Right.
around. It
the
was just a
picture.
circle.
The picture of it in the video games made it look like a triangle. Remember that?
Yeah.
How's this
I
work?
know, right?
This isn't quite accurate.
No.
who has more victories, Pouches or McCready's.
Oh.
I would bet you Pouches.
You mean
Yeah,
combined?
Yeah.
I would say.
Well,
Is that a
you combine
combined?
them.
Is that a combined question?
if you go Bob and Tim,
Bob and Tim versus Billy and Billy Jr.
I still.
See, I don't know
I'd
how many Billy Jr. has.
I don't know.
I'd still probably hedge the side of Billy Sr. and Billy Jr.
I mean, if he's got a
Yeah, because
Howie the Hat says he
Senior's
got
got
Pouch
so
has 702
many,
wins.
but I mean, Bob's
Yeah.
got a lot of wins too. But I don't know what his
Bob's
total
got-
ended up being.
Bob's got a lot of wins, but I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think he's
Bob's
got
got-
that
Did
many.
Bob hit 300? I
Yeah,
don't know.
Howie says Bob has something like 600 wins.
Yes.
Billy's at 700. So
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the
Bob
Some
has
odds. Bob has
600.
600.
Yeah, that's
Does
what he
he
thinks.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds high.
Now you know what's funny when we
I mean,
brought
how
up that
many
middle-
how many
when Dino
races
brought up
how many
that-
races
That
was
sounds
Bob
high.
how many races was Bob running that weren't sanctioned by dirt in his heyday? I mean,
Well,
I'm
he
looking
did
from.
when he first started.
Well, he
out.
did
He-
everything, right? Bob did everything. He's like, I mean,
That's true.
almost
Yeah,
all
I
those
wasn't
guys.
thinking.
He did a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
all
asphalt
did.
stuff when
Yeah,
he first started.
yeah, you're right.
yeah,
he
you
was
can still
younger.
see photos of that. I follow a group on Facebook that posts like old photos and all the time, and I've seen a couple photos of a few of Bob's old cars. So
But 600
Because it
still
wasn't
sounds high to me.
it wasn't until the '90s when dirt did that first asphalt sanction.
Yes.
Anyway, and he was running
Yes.
everything
It was
before
like-
that. Bob
That's
was running
Bob,
like 50 races a year.
Yeah.
Bob. Yeah.
that was when if he pulled into the trailer,
You were
if
in
he pulled
trouble.
in, he was winning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no, it didn't matter.
Don't even worry about getting there on time.
Yeah, Zupi says Bob had 505 career wins through 2004.
I would
So,
go with
Zupi is the
What was that
31st
name?
lap historian. So
he's the official 31st lap historian.
yes, the official.
Are you typing that in now?
No,
Oh.
I'm typing my email address because Howie the Hat's going to send me Billy Pauch's career wins list,
Oh, well.
so we
I
can
have
see
that.
it.
Yeah,
I have that
that'd be
home
cool.
in my email.
Do you have it? No,
Yeah,
I'll get it right here. And then
I
we
got
can
it
look
from
at
Howie the Hat.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Does he listen? when I
Well,
talk?
yeah, I know. Is your-
No,
you're-
I heard you, but that's
Oh,
all I was
okay.
telling you. That's
All
where I
right.
got it from.
Hey, we've
You're cool. Cool story.
He sent it to me a couple of years ago.
Good talk, John.
that
Good talk.
that Middletown story. I know Brett Dale told me that he said he would never go back to Middletown, and I didn't know what the reasoning was behind it. So at least now
And
I
I
know
can
the
only
story.
imagine. I can only imagine when Brett tells that story too. Brett has such a unique way of telling
He
the
does
stories.
have a
It's
very
hilarious.
Yeah, he does have a very unique way of telling a story.
Got better chance of seeing God.
That is, I get probably one of the best quotes we've had on here, other than just right.
Yeah,
Jared Wilbur.
that was only a couple weeks ago.
That was good. That was good. And then better chance of seeing God.
that was pretty good.
And I'm sure if we went back and listened to some old shows, we
We've
would.
got
Yeah, if
some
we
good ones.
got time to weed through 100 shows worth of this mess.
Yeah, but man,
The lost episodes.
the lost.
What do you mean the lost
The
episodes?
lost episode. We
What-
do have a lost episode.
We
You
do.
know where we went last week after we left here? You know where we took Racing Jason Barney?
Amy's?
Amy's checkered flag.
Yeah, because
Oh,
this
yeah?
place was closed down
Yeah.
there.
Oh, no kidding.
And Amy wasn't there.
And
She's
Amy
on a
wasn't there. She
cruise.
was on a cruise.
Oh, no kidding.
We
Yeah,
missed her.
but
I'm sorry to hear that.
no, that's all right. Well,
I'm sorry to hear she was out of town. I'm glad you
Yeah,
went to
I was-
Amy's.
Yeah,
Looking-
I haven't been there in a long
wanted we wanted to check it out, and I told him I go.
I haven't been to Amy's in probably close to a year because Kelsey turned a year old in
It's
January.
been over a year since I was there.
Yeah, yeah. Your life has been ended since then, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't
I don't
say
know.
that.
He's flying out of town tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Can't be that bad.
Here we go.
And actually, you know,
Mike, stop.
I was actually gonna say your
Oh,
wife
you
puts
were?
up with a lot
Okay.
of crap.
Oh.
But if you're gonna sit here, you know,
All right.
if you're gonna sit here and give me grief about
Oh,
it,
well, I was just presuming.
I was actually being nice to
I
you,
was
saying that
pres-
your wife is actually very understanding
does.
of your racing. Or wait, it's not racing.
No,
of your
that's not racing.
combative. If you,
combative motorsports.
combative
It's
motorsports.
smashing the shit out of a vehicle. That's what that is.
I mean, when you put it like that, doesn't that sound fun?
Well, sometimes, sure.
If I'm driving it.
If you're well, I can arrange that.
All right, it's been sent. I'm just waiting for it to get here.
Okay.
I don't know what's up. My email is like not working lately or something. I don't
I'm
know.
sorry, Mike.
It's irritating.
Genuinely sorry. I really am.
All right, I'll wait for it. But anyways, you want to do? You want to pick our show team? Get that out of the way.
Yeah, you gonna do it? You gotta pull it up. I don't
I'll
have
get it up,
with me.
and we'll do it.
Phrasing.
I didn't bring the copies today.
Don't
because
worry about
I
it.
brought them last week.
We'll just do it quick. All right, Outlaw. Who are we picking? We're picking a sprint car team, right?
Between you guys.
I thought we filled out a team last week.
No, we didn't.
No, we
Jason
did
Barney
Barney's.
did.
You didn't want to do the show.
Racing Jason.
No, I thought
Barney.
I was confused because I told you, yeah, we'll do the show team, and then we never picked
We
it.
never-
And I
no,
was
No,
like,
we didn't
did it
have
'cause you
time.
cut
It
it
kind of
short.
just.
Well, yeah.
we got
Yeah,
cut
we
off
got-
there. So we.
Yeah, which that's why I left the door open. That way I can know ahead of time.
Okay, so.
So we got.
where's
Let's
the-
say we
where's
got
the-
what?
where
What
do you
8,
pick it
5,
at,
8
John?
minutes, something like that from now on.
Oh, that
Fantasy
buzzer's
League
gonna go
home
off
10 minutes.
standings, teams. What's it under? Fantasy League home.
Go to the Sprint Car League.
I'm on the home
Entry
page.
form.
Oh, entry form. There it is.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay. Group 1, World of Outlaws. So let's just pick
Donnie shots.
Darren Pittman. Darren Pittman's been on the show. Let's do what we normally do.
Okay,
We normally pick
yeah,
guys that
okay.
have been on the show.
That's true.
Let's pick
Do we
Darren-
need to write this down?
We got Darren Pittman or Joey
Do you need
Saldana.
this written down?
No, you
Yeah,
can go back and
please.
listen to it.
No, I don't want to do that. That's a pain in the ass. So what are you on, the Group 2?
All right, well, I'm waiting for him to get his. I did not get that email yet. What the hell?
How many you still got in the chat room? Still doing good over
Yeah,
there?
there's a lot of people in there. We're kind of counting. You know, they're talking Billy Pauch.
Let's say we got like what 8-10 minutes, something like
Yeah. So okay, so we'll pick Darren Pittman. Then second group. Let's see. We've had Danny Holgraver on, right? Have we had Danny Holgraver? Yeah, we did.
that. I
Not
want to
since
say
I've
we
been here
did.
yet.
I want to say we
You might
did.
have done it before me. I don't know.
Chad Kavanaugh's been on.
You want to go with Kemina there?
I don't care.
I do.
Holgraver, you want Kavanaugh?
Yeah.
All right, PA Posse Group. I'm not picking the driver. Because you know who
Yeah,
I
because
want.
he's a homer.
I'm a homer. I'm wearing the sweatshirt tonight.
Who? I can't see the shirt.
Oh, come on. It's Greg Hodnett, man. You don't have to think about it.
I did. I wasn't paying attention, but you're right. So we're picking Hodnett there.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
I don't pick the homer.
He's been on the show.
He's been on the show
so
twice.
there's a bunch of guys on that list.
No. Brent Marks.
Brent
Brent Marks
Marks.
is going to do some travel.
Yeah, you want to do Marks instead?
No.
He's doing 100
Hodnett.
races.
Hodnett.
Brett Marks is running 100 races this
All right,
year.
if you want to pick Brett Marks, you know what? No, this is our show team. We have to pick Hodnett. I'm on the show.
There you go.
Jeez.
Who's next?
All right, let's see. It's
360s.
True Outlaws. True Outlaws. Let's see. Who would you like in there? Name a guy that you like that's not we haven't picked yet. Jack Howenshield in here.
You got Hawk.
Jack Howenshield
You got
in here.
Johnny Herrera. You got
Kyle
Shane
Larson,
Stewart.
Shane Stewart, Johnny Herrera,
Kyle
Jason
Larson's
Myers.
in there.
Kyle
Yeah.
Larson.
Jason Myers.
Yeah, we've had Kyle Larson on.
Yeah, we had Larson. I
Yeah.
think we should go with him.
I don't know how many races he's running.
He's
though.
not going to be running many
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
the
well,
problem.
don't do that. That's
Who
a-
else have we had on?
because of the NASCAR deal.
Yeah.
Tony Stewart's there. He's not going to run much.
No.
Wayne Johnson's going 410. He's running the All Stars, I believe.
Wayne Johnson, I think,
Is running
he
the
hasn't
All
announced
Stars.
it yet, but word is he's running the All Stars.
Yeah. David Gravel's in that group.
Yeah.
Gravel.
Let's pick David Gravel.
Yeah.
He's been on a couple times. This is how we're picking. We pick by. This will be the most random team to go in.
Yep.
All right, ASCS drivers. We've had none of these guys on the show.
Yes, you have.
After the World of
No.
Outlaws, what was the
No,
second
yeah.
group?
No,
What was Kavanaugh's group?
Never mind.
All Stars.
All Stars.
Yeah. We haven't had any of these guys on. Is Seth Bergman in this group? I just put up a press release about him.
I saw that on Twitter.
Is Jeff Swindell running that whole deal again?
Yeah, I think so.
Is he?
I believe so. He's
Wouldn't
in
be
that group.
wouldn't be a
Jason
bad.
Johnson. There's Tony Bruce Jr. Who else is in there?
Swindell or Johnson are both good choices.
Yeah. I picked Jason Johnson, my regular one, but you want to change it up? We could also pick Johnny Herrera.
Herrera.
Hollywood. Johnny Herrera.
He'll run some.
He runs some
410
410 stuff. Let's pick him.
Okay.
All right.
Jason Johnson won't.
All right. ESS, URC, PST. So we've had a lot of guys in this group on. We've had, let's see, we've had
You've had
Hebing.
Stewart, you've had Jess.
Hebing, Stewart,
Chuck
Jessica.
Hebing.
You want to
Chuck
pick
Hebing.
Cobra?
Poirier.
Yeah.
You want Cobra?
Poirier. Hebing. Yeah, let's go with Hebing.
All right, we got Cobra.
We're going to clarify that as C Hebing. That way he doesn't pull a fast one and put us down for Kelly.
She's not. She's not on the list. She only runs 305 stuff.
No, she's running 360.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. But
In your face.
all she's done
Yeah.
so far is 305 stuff.
Wow.
So
We got any more?
Nope, that's it.
That's it? Okay.
What are we going to call our team? 31st lap?
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I always.
Hey, who
thought.
won the... Oh, when's what's her name ever going to come out and be on the show? The one that won the...
We got two people now.
Oh, who's the other one?
Because
When are they going to come out?
Noel
answers,
won it in
question.
2012.
Okay,
we got
so
a
who's
new
the
one in
2013?
2013.
2013.
They're in friggin' from Albany area.
they come out together.
Actually, they're from way up north, like North Albany, like Lake George area.
Okay.
So I told them, obviously they're not going to drive all the way from.
So are we going to drive to their house instead?
So I said, well, maybe if we ever do a show at our home track of Fauna Speedway one day would be nice.
That would actually be wicked freaking cool.
It would be awesome.
Like a live from the opener. Oh, wait, he's got a demo derby. Oh, wait, a combative motorsports event.
What day is it?
Saturday.
Saturdays.
April 9th-ish.
I don't have any.
Hold on.
I don't think I have
April
anything that
5th or
weekend.
whatever it is. I don't know.
April 5th.
I don't think I have anything that weekend.
All right, well, let's think about it. We'll see.
All
Let's
right.
see.
I'll give it some thought. No.
That's about right. That's about right. It is about right.
Nope.
So there, we picked. We got to pick a modified team this week, or do we have?
We got.
We got a couple weeks to do that.
Well,
Unless
we're not
you
going to be
wanna
on
do it
next
now.
week. We're
Unless
taking
you
next.
want to do it now.
Why don't you just get it over with?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Come on,
Let's
do
just
it.
get it over with. All
That's
right.
fine.
Okay. Now I got to find sprint car. Where's the modified?
It's on the homepage.
I'm trying to find the homepage.
Entry lists.
I'm looking.
Submit entry form.
Okay.
Frank Cozy.
I got the logo. You got a nice logo. Actually, that's a
Yeah,
really
it
nice
is
Yeah,
logo.
pretty
Bobby
nice.
Sweeney made that.
Bobby
for
Sweeney
me.
I
did a
like
hell of a
that.
job on that logo.
He did. It's really cool.
Entry form. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right,
Ladies
so-
and gentlemen.
All right, Group 1. Decker, Hearn, Johnson, Phelps, Shepard, Friesen.
You got to pick one.
Yep.
Friesen.
Mahaney.
He won't be
It's
hurt
not
forever.
a bad choice.
Mike Mahaney or Bobby Verne?
Going with Mahaney.
Mahaney. Okay. New York, CA. What's CA? California?
Canada.
Oh.
California.
Picking one here again.
Yeah, I'm looking down the list. Maybe Eric Rudolph? He hasn't been on, though. I'm looking for guys that have been on.
Didn't we have Mario Claire
Ralph's
on?
in that list.
Mario Clark! I love saying that name. That is one of my favorite things to announce.
That New
Danny
York,
Creedon's in here. We've
that
had
New
him
York
before.
list has got.
Yeah,
has
you
got
want-
Rudolph.
Rudolph. Creedon will go to a lot of the ROC
Creedon.
short track Super Series stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with Creedon. New Jersey, Delaware, Ohio. Billy Pauch or Billy Pauch Sr. Jeff Strunk. They've all been on. Jimmy Blewett. He's been on.
Yeah. I'm going with one of the Pouches.
All right. I want to go with Pauch Sr.
Yeah.
Okay. Just because he's the last one we talked to.
No, actually, I would have been on board with him hard before that.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Alain Bouvier. One Canada driver. Let's just pick Mario Claire because it's fun to say. Because we've never had any of those guys on the show.
Because we can't.
And the crapshoot category.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah,
That's what I
literally, it's the
call
crapshoot category.
Group 6 is crapshoot. This is a hard group.
Anthony Perego. We've had him on the show.
Perego?
Yep.
That's a hard group because there's not a lot of travelers.
Is that all right with you? I mean, it's all guy. Pretty much everybody we've picked has been on the show.
Yep.
So, the show team is the show picks.
Show team.
Nice.
Show team.
Pick,
right there.
Zoopy, pick all Utica guys.
Pick all Utica guys, yes.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right.
Yeah, that's not going to do very well.
We got
our
that stuff
teams.
in, and
Got our
actually
set.
that worked out good. I mean, we covered pretty much everything we
It
wanted to cover.
was a
didn't we?
great night.
Yeah, this was a
I
good
really...
Ask Zupin, where's your team? How come I don't have it yet?
Zoopy, where's your team? How come you don't have it yet? Oh, wait. He can hear you, too.
You think?
Then why are you asking me to ask him? Dumbass.
Because you're typing to him. That's why.
Well, Mike's leaving for Trenton tomorrow,
Yep, in the
and
AM.
then
Can't wait.
the
We'll
next
see.
week we're going to be off because he's going to be in
Getting ready for Florida.
getting ready for Florida.
So
But
we are going to plan on having a show in 2 weeks during
I
the
will,
modifieds?
during Florida, I will...
Because
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what?
I
During
mean,
that
you
week-
and I can be here and do that.
You know what? I'll give you a
Maybe.
call in because
There's no guarantee I'll be here.
you'll be here. Shut
Well,
up.
I mean,
I'm just
You're
saying.
not paying $70
I'm just
for it.
saying, if I got a chance to watch Volusia, I'm going to watch Volusia.
Okay, well,
Alright.
you know what?
So I'm just saying.
Then I'll come in and do it on my own. I'll get Mike on the phone. We'll do a short show.
We're
It's
going to
fine.
put the hammer down for Rich to make sure he's here. in 2
Mitch
weeks,
Post.
Nah, well,
just in case.
no, we don't want to inconvenience him. He had a birthday party this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
counter
rotation
restarts.
of the
Yeah.
birthday started over now.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I wish we had one of those little flipboards so we could turn it over. Number 1.
That'd be fun. Just sit it right here.
Birthday
It'd be
counter.
easier to count the weeks that there isn't one.
It may. I mean, it may. When you figure you only got 32 or 52 times to count, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're
Yeah.
every other
We're
every
every
other
week for now.
every other week for now, and then we take off the weeks between Christmas and January and right around Thanksgiving and stuff.
Yep.
So, we can easily knock it back to 47.
Yeah. Hey, folks, and just so you know, tomorrow, if you're looking for a link to this, if those that are listening would like to re-listen or want us to pass the word, I will post it on the front page of Dirt Track Digest. That's what I did last week.
You're the man.
That's what I did with it last week. So that way,
Appreciate
there's a link
it.
right there.
You
and
can find it on Facebook, facebook.com
Yep.
/ the 31st lap, or podcast.fingerlakes1.com / the 31st lap.
All right, who's gonna win Saturday night's big race at Trenton? Let's do a pick. We haven't done a pick in a while.
Pauch Jr.
Okay, who you got?
I'm a homer.
Homer? You're on a homer pick tonight,
Yep,
huh?
I am. I'm on a homer kick.
I'm thinking. Give me a sec. Who are you taking?
Let's go, dude.
I'm waiting for you to pick.
Oh, of course you are.
You gonna go?
You know
with
what? You know who I'll take? Just 'cause I like saying his nickname.
You gonna go with your hat? And,
Showtime, Jimmy Blewett.
you're gonna go with your hat and pick Ron Bouchard.
Good grief. I remember that car, too. It was white and yellow. Ugliest sin that car was.
Of course, you'd remember that.
I do. I'll go with Eric.
All right.
Eric Rudolph.
I'm
bad.
assuming he's going.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Rudolph.
All right, my backup pick is Anthony Cecily.
Oh, jeez. What the hell is that?
I should pick Anthony Cecily or Mike Lichty.
You should.
But
You're picking Ocala?
Bubba?
All right.
Well, there's too many races. There's like 4
Final
races.
night. Sundays.
Sunday, final night.
Ain't gonna
It's the
be-
All Stars.
Ain't going to be hot in it.
I don't know. You pick. Make it quick. It's gonna be 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, we're
Stuff to
not even gonna remember to follow
know.
up on these. Let
No,
alone
we probably
Ocala.
won't.
never
You're right.
remember.
Yeah, I know,
we never do. I mean,
so.
we pick them, and everybody at home's like, they're all idiots. And then we're like, nobody knows.
You know what? Daddy shots. No. I got a better. Tim Schaefer. Tim Schaefer.
Slow
Tim
down.
Schaefer.
Ooh.
That's my pick. Tim
I'll go with
Schaefer.
a lowrider.
Dale Blaney.
So now I gotta find some place to scratch that on here. You know
Just
what I'm
make
talking
up a
about.
guy now, Chris.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I picked.
But all right, folks, what do you think?
I think that'll do it.
Again,
Yeah,
don't
we're
forget
good.
to follow us on the 31st lap at 31st lap, and don't forget to follow me as well.
I got a tweet on there today
at DTD Mike, and we'll have updates from this weekend, and of course, my extended trip in Florida as well.
Get
Sounds
your sprint car teams in, DickDragonMotorsports.com.
Cool. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next time.